Elon Musk has said that the Tesla Cybertruck can be used as a boat if you need it to be. And even BYD say the same thing about their electric SUV. Is this really true? Can you really do this? Well, apparently you can. Tesla's Cybertruck battery has been sealed. Now, we haven't seen anyone try and drive a Cybertruck across a river yet. I'm sure we will soon. But we have seen this recent video of someone stranded in their internal combustion engine vehicle. And then someone's waving at a Tesla saying, stop, don't drive through here. You're going to get stuck in the floodwaters. The Tesla just did this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Yes, a big advantage. Don't tell the four-wheel drive lovers who hate electric cars. A big advantage of electric cars is you can drive them across rivers. A lot of people have done this. There's huge numbers of videos of people driving their cars, their electric cars, really fast across rivers which are deeper than a car. They drive fast to get a kind of a run up, and that gives them enough momentum to just kind of float across a river. Now, in this video, there's no floating going on, but you can see that the Tesla electric car drives through these floodwaters, which clearly go up above the bonnet of the vehicle, in fact, up to the windscreen, but it has no problems. It just keeps on driving. This is actually more common than you'd think. In fact, there's hundreds of videos on YouTube with people doing similar things. Has there been Teslas that have done this and failed before? Yes, it has happened. And these are the kind of scenarios where the owners will call Tesla and say, oh, my car's just been in the rain and it's short-circuited. It's short-circuited. And they contact the media and they tell the media that their car's been in the rain. All that happened was it rained and my Tesla short-circuited and Tesla won't cover the warranty. When actually we know what they're doing is driving through floodwaters, through rivers, and it doesn't always work. It usually is fine. In fact, like I said, there's hundreds of videos where Tesla vehicles have done this. No problems. In fact, I've heard that there's been thousands of Tesla owners do similar things. They do it for fun. It's kind of a game that people do where there's particular rivers, particular areas where it often floods and people go there for a game and they drive through them. Anyway, the Cybertruck apparently has a completely sealed battery. It's intended for this kind of purpose. So Tesla haven't actually said that about their EVs in the past. They haven't said the Model 3 or the Model Y or the Model X or Model S are intended for river crossings, but they've said that about the Cybertruck. They've said that one big benefit is the sealed battery, which enables you to potentially do this kind of thing without ever having any issues, potentially doing it a lot of times. Now, to be fair, Tesla's not the only company who has this ability with their EVs. In fact, a lot of EVs have been driven in similar ways through floodwaters, and it's one of the big advantages of an EV. You've probably seen stranded internal combustion engine vehicles who have tried to do this. Water goes in, right? They don't have a snorkel. Water goes into the engine, wrecks the engine. It's very, very common. People try and do this. They get stuck, they get stranded. Here in Australia, people have done this many times, and now you get fined for trying to do it because it causes issues for the emergency services who have to try and tow your vehicle out of the floodwaters. So yeah, it's kind of discouraged from doing this. I'm not sure if you'd still get fined if you did this in an electric car, but I'm sure if you did it in an electric car and you drove away and no one ever knew about it, you probably wouldn't get fined, so that wouldn't be an issue. Now, the Tesla Model 3 doesn't have wade mode. The Cybertruck does have wade mode, so it can do this, according to Tesla. However, the high voltage battery pack in the Model 3 does have sealant to keep moisture out. That said, if you do this in your Model 3 or Model Y, you're not actually covered by warranty, but you are in your Cybertruck. This was published on TikTok and uploaded on X. The 16-second clip shows a grey Model 3 blasting through a flooded street in San Diego, and at one point, the wave clearly went above the windshield, but the car kept driving, no problems. Now, some people are saying in the comment section that the car is guaranteed to malfunction within minutes, but that's not true. And like I said, hundreds of people, in fact, probably thousands of people in their Teslas have done this, but we've seen hundreds of videos of people do this in their Teslas. And as far as we know, it almost always works out fine. There have been a few cases where we've seen dead Teslas that have been in serious floodwaters that are like basically oceans. Has happened on the rare occasion. So I don't recommend you do this unless you need to, but it's kind of good to know that it is possible to do this to get yourself out of a tricky situation if you do need to. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.